So I've been a Dragon Ball fan for a few years now, but I only just recently became a Digimon fan. I never really watched it as a kid, and I only started watching it in October of last year when Kuro convinced me to watch Digimon Tree. Then Adventure 2. Then Tamers. Then Savers. Then Cross Wars. And a bunch of movies and specials. So yeah, Tree won me over, and I've been watching Digimon and playing Digimon games since. Another fascinating thing is since Toei produces the anime series for the Digimon franchise, I've found that it and Dragon Ball share a few things which kind of increase my enjoyment of the series. I'll go through the ones I've noticed. Disclaimer that I haven't seen all the Digimon series, so there could be ones I missed. Starting us off, the mascot Digimon of the franchise, Agumon, has quite a few similarities with the Dragon Ball protagonist, Goku. Agumon and Goku are both voracious eaters, are rather simple-minded, and both enjoy fighting. Both have also been shown transforming into Berserk forms, which could hardly be contained. The Ozaru form for Goku, and Skull Greymon transformation for Agumon. Both have received a power-up by divine beings to overcome an obstacle, with Azulongmon giving a power boost to Agumon to fight Black War Greymon, and King Kai teaching Goku the Kaioken and Spirit Bomb before fighting Nappa and Vegeta. And both have actually died and returned at one point. Goku was killed by Raditz and Cell, but brought back by the Dragon Balls and Elder Kai respectively. And Agumon actually died in Digimon Savers by overexerting himself and absorbing Masaru's rage, eventually turning into a Digi-Egg. In Digimon Adventure 2, one of the main antagonists, Arcnemon, creates artificial Digimon to destroy the protagonist. One of these Digimon is Black War Greymon, a copy of Agumon's ultimate form, War Greymon. Black War Greymon would do Arcnemon's bidding after defeating other Digidestined. He would go on to fight War Greymon. War Greymon wasn't able to handle Black War Greymon alone and needed help from Imperial Dramon, a Jogress fusion of Stingmon and XVmon, to take Black War Greymon down. Toei once again used this idea in Dragon Ball Super during the Future Trunks arc. The main antagonist of the arc, Zamasu, stole Goku's body and became Goku Black, going on to destroy most of his universe, Universe 10. Eventually, Trunks went back in time to enlist the aid of Goku and his father Vegeta. Goku would fight Goku Black and Zamasu from a different timeline, although Goku Black was much less morally ambiguous and was instead straight up evil. And just like in Digimon Adventure, there were fusions involved, since Goku and Vegeta had to fuse into Vegito to take on fused Zamasu. Digimon Adventure and Dragon Ball Z both share an eerie beginning in terms of villain introductions. Dragon Ball Z started with Raditz, Goku's brother and subordinate of Frieza's army, arriving on Earth to retrieve Goku. When Goku refused to go with him, Raditz kidnapped Gohan and forced Goku and Piccolo into a desperate fight to save Gohan and eliminate Raditz. Raditz severely outmatched them, and it took Goku holding Raditz down and making Piccolo kill both of them to finally be rid of Raditz. However, when Raditz was dying, he bragged about how his Saiyan comrades would return to avenge him and were both much stronger than him. A first warning of some of the greater threats to come, such as Nappa, Vegeta, and Frieza's army. The first major villain of Digimon Adventure was Devimon. When the Digidestined went to face him directly, he outmatched all of their Digimon with ease. Takeru's Digimon, Patamon, had to evolve into Angemon and sacrifice itself just to take down Devimon. As Devimon was dying, he boasted about how there were several evil Digimon much stronger than him, and that he was nothing compared to them, finding it funny how they needed to sacrifice Angemon's life just to defeat him, an intimidating warning of the Dark Masters and Apocalypse. Also, both the Z Fighters and the Digidestined in Digimon Adventure 2 are aided by tech-savvy, charismatic girls who help them navigate important technologies to be able to cope with their enemies, Bulma in Dragon Ball, and Miyako in Adventure 2. In Dragon Ball Z, Frieza's killing of Krillin on Namek forced Goku into one of the most iconic transformation sequences in entertainment history, with the Super Saiyan form, which arose out of his absolute rage. While nowhere near as iconic, Digimon Tamers had a similar scene during the fight with Belzebumon. As Belzebumon mercilessly killed the fan-favorite Leomon, main character Takato and his Digimon Gilmon were both severely enraged and forced Gilmon into a terrifying transformation, Megidramon. While unlike Goku and Super Saiyan, Megidramon was mindlessly berserk and out of control. Eventually, Takato and Gilmon came to their senses and fused into Dukemon, one of my absolute favorite transformations in the whole series. Speaking of fusions, both series play around a lot with the idea, with lots of different kinds of fusion. In Dragon Ball, Potara and Fusion Dance fusions, and in Digimon, Jogress evolutions and Matrix evolutions. And all of Digimon Cross Wars. Both series also have reformed villains joining the crew, like Vegeta, Tien, and Piccolo all becoming part of Goku's group, And in Digimon Adventure 2, Ken Ichijoji and his reborn companion Wormmon become part of the Digidestin when they were defeated and changed their ways, while Belzebumon also joined the Tamers in their crew after losing his fight to Dukemon in Digimon Tamers. Another thing which is kinda interesting is that in both series, death is kind of impermanent, as the Dragon Balls have revived several major characters in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and sometimes divine beings have even done favors for the protagonist and allowed dead characters to interact with the living, like Goku in the Buu Saga and Frieza in the Tournament of Power. In Digimon, Digimon who die turn to eggs and are usually reborn. So Digimon who've died in the story have actually returned before, such as Wormmon in Adventure 2, Patamon in Adventure 1, or the aforementioned Agumon death. Both series have interactions and fights with gods and divine beings. In Dragon Ball, the protagonists regularly interact with divine beings and gods such as Shenlong, Kami, Supreme Kais, and Gods of Destruction. And as we've seen recently, sometimes they fight them. Digimon characters also usually fight and interact with divine beings such as Azulongmon and Yggdrasil, and both series have had major villains returning. Frieza returned in the Res F movie/arc, but was defeated by Goku and Vegeta, and there was Vamdemon who came back in Digimon Adventure. Both of them ended up killing minions as they came back, and both assumed new forms, Golden Frieza and Belial Vamdemon. Ikuto from Digimon Saver's story is reminiscent of Goku. Goku was sent to Earth as an infant to escape Frieza's wrath and conquer Earth, while Goku hit his head on Earth, and the rest is history. He was found and raised by Grandpa Gohan, and considered himself an Earthling and lived a relatively normal life. Ikuto was accidentally sent to the digital world as an infant because his dumbass parents had him in the goddamn lab where they had a portal to the digital world. Like, why is your baby in the lab? Hire a babysitter! Move him away from the portal! Anyway, Ikuto was found and raised in the digital world by Yukidarumon and Falcomon, and eventually believed himself to be a Digimon, adapting to life in the digital world. Finally, while not a similarity in the two shows themselves, I found it kind of interesting that the Digimon Adventure timeline and the main Dragon Ball canon both spent an extensive time off the air, with Dragon Ball Z ending in 1996 and Digimon Adventure 2 ending in 2001. While Digimon had a plethora of spin-offs in separate series, Dragon Ball only got GT and 2 movies. The Adventure timeline and the Dragon Ball canon both returned in 2015 with brand new series, Digimon Adventure 3 and Dragon Ball Super. And it seems like Toei decided to hit people with a nostalgia uppercut in 2015, and I say it worked since both series are freaking amazing. So that's what I got. Let me know what you all think. Are there any similarities I missed? This was just a quick little video of me nerding out over these two series and the things they have in common. I've got some Gintama videos lined up as well as some others. Stay tuned for those. Thank you so much for watching and take care.